It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to Game 1 of the NBA season, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Legend Smith.
That's a look at our setting tonight, the picturesque city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This is it, opening, and David Aldridge. Hello. And as always, thanks to EA, that kind of unpredictability helps in some settings, can cause many matchup problems for the D. And the Blazers with 3 first-round picks under their control this last summer. That's where you want to be.
Definitely. Picks 15, 20, and 26 in a strong draft class. That could really help reinforce a roster.
Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Griffin. And there's Roberson, and it's Mills in at the point. Aminu with it. Pass to Roberson. Now Aminu. Back to Roberson. Portland moving the ball around. Lock at 6. And Cousins kicks to Mills. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Mills has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The pass to Harden. Screened by Valanciunas. It's Harden with the drive. Count it.
Oh, man, I really enjoy seeing Harden connect from the interior, showing he's more than just a perimeter scorer.
And Mills kicks to Roberson. Screened by Cousins. There's the pick. And it's Aminu in the corner. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Dishes it to Valanciunas. Over Aminu. Valanciunas, good.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Oh, come on. He's fluid from that medium range. He gets everything working together.
Here's Cousins. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Well, Terry Stotts now in his 6th season as head coach in Portland. I mean, he's been a head coach for a handful of seasons elsewhere, but this is by far his longest run with a single team.
Screened by Valanciunas. Thomas outside. Aminu grabs the miss.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that when he gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back. Nice, he snuck a hand in there. That's the great anticipation he brings on the offensive glass.
Nance a screen. Harden kicks to Parsons. Kicks it out to Harden. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons. Harden's got 5. And by all accounts, Terry Stotts doing a great job with the Blazers.
Well, this team has chemistry and a defined style of play. The new players love him. I mean, Stotts himself seems really happy in Portland. It's been a great match.
Here's Cousins. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Cousins stands 6'11", 270 pounds. He plays the game with heart and passion.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Greg, when you watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you can see the beating he takes in the post, can't you?
Yeah, and that's just how it goes with star centers, with the size and activity of Cousins. Just like Shaq in the sense, big bruising centers are hard to officiate. Other players can lay into them and not even make a dent, but anyone else, it would be a foul.
Thomas, it's a wide open look. Chance there to take the lead, missing. Portland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Griffin, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
Thomas, that's good.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Screen by Cousins. Mills dishes to Cousins. That one's not going to go. Harden with the defensive effort. Here's Harden on the wing. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
I like that. Even though he's in a hurry, he still remains under control.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Bucks on top, up by 1. And we'll get going after this from the BMO Harris Bradley Center. And Blake Griffin grew up playing the game alongside his older brother. His dad was his coach, and he credits his...
watching him kind of go through the process of he started to get, recruited by college coaches, and then he, really took his game and became serious about it. And I watched his work ethic, and I watched how he...
Well, talking about taking the right course, we know that the older brother of Blake Griffin, 3 years older, he played, as did Blake, for their dad Tommy in high school, and they were terrific high school players and 4-time state champions.
I mean, it always helps to have a big brother who's kind of been there and done that and can share those experiences with you. It doesn't hurt to have a dad also who was a pro player either, and also a college coach.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Right, and as the defense collapses, that opens up inside-out opportunities. Productive first quarter.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Harden out there with Thomas. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Nance in at power forward.
He doesn't take his foot off the gas. I mean, Harden attacks the D, either finishes or gets the foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. He misses the free throw.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
And Mills kicks to Roberson. Griffin passes to Mills. Pick by Griffin. Here's Cousins. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
And Cousins is such an assured shooter. He definitely has a score-first mentality as soon as he gets the rock.
And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years. The way he's able to just carry an offense with his creativity garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though. He's such a unique talent on offense. Maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award.
Great hustle from Cousins there. He never stops working on that offensive glass.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Fellas, Al-Farouq Aminu has established himself as a great defensive player, and he wants that recognition. He said, my goal every year is to be Defensive Player of the Year. I want to guard 1 through 4 and even 5 sometimes. I want it to be known that I'm a great defender. And I want the league to recognize that. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Aminu continues to prove his worth on the defensive end. His length and quickness certainly hard to deal with.
Whenever Cousins get that close to the basket, it's game over for the D. He is such a forceful presence, especially when he's dunking.
Now here's Harden, covered by Mills. Feeds to Thomas. Parsons sets a screen for Thomas. Lets it go from deep. And it's Portland with the rebound. Aminu's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Robertson dishes to Mills. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And you can put those alley-oop feeds as high as you need to when Griffin's on the receiving end. He'll pick it up off the top of the backboard if he has to.
Nance a screen. Harden kicks to Valanciunas. Shoots over Mills, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Valanciunas.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
And Aminu kicks to Cousins. Outside Griffin. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. 9 points for Blake Griffin.
Oh, Great ball movement there.
Harden outside. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Mills. Right wing. Here's Aminu. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
Well, it's the shot selection. That's been a positive for them thus far and a negative for their opponent.
Anything you can do, I can do better. We got a little gamesmanship going on.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports
And welcome to
Halftime Show.
halftime. Hey, what a fantastic time of the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. They stepped up their game in the second quarter, and the score began to tilt in their favor. It's now a 7-point lead for them here at the half. And that wraps up the halftime.
Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the buildings of downtown reflecting off the gentle waters of beautiful Lake Michigan. Portland leading by 7. And a big story for the Bucks team is that they are slated to play their last season here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. And then starting in 2018, they'll be playing next door at what should be a beautiful complex.
Yeah, and it was part of the plan to keep the Bucks happy and playing here in Milwaukee. Goal is to have the venue act as a new centerpiece for the downtown district, and it seems like a fantastic place to build a state-of-the-art NBA arena.
On the floor for Portland, Griffin is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Mills. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu, and it's Roberson. And at the 2.
Look, that rebound was up for grabs to get, but his length really was the determining factor in him coming away with it.
And it's Aminu in the corner. From outside, off the mark. Bucks trail by 9. From deep, Harden. Again, the miss by Harden. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Griffin. And Griffin stays with it. Griffin's got 11.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. One of the most impressive things about Blake Griffin is Greg when he gets out and runs the open floor.
Yeah, not to mention his ability to run the break himself. A terrific ball handler, even under pressure, and one of the best passers at the 4 in the league, if not the best.
Harden right side, out to the right wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Valanciunas. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Third straight miss to start the half, but it's still early. No need to panic.
And Aminu kicks to Mills. Cousins with a screen on Parsons. Griffin passes to Aminu. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Cousins, no good. Bucks trail by 11. 1:58 left here in the third quarter. And Thomas, here we go. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, how about Isaiah Thomas making his second All-Star game last season? I mean, many people felt he should have been a starter. The fan vote ended up early and giving it to Kyrie Irving and DeMar DeRozan instead, but terrific season for Isaiah Thomas.
And Thomas last season setting career highs in scoring and efficiency, Chris.
Oh, well, he took his play to a new level. Only 5'9", but you can't measure the size of his heart.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Aminu. Here's Griffin. At the elbow, it's Cousins. That doesn't go either for Cousins.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking. They lean on him for a big portion of their scoring, with a good reason.
Here's Mills. The dish to Aminu. Hits the three-point bomb. Aminu's got 9 points.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Isaiah Thomas, phenomenal in the pick and roll game.
Well, he's one of the best isolation scorers in the league. It's almost impossible to keep him in front of you because he has so many ways to score. He has a low center of gravity. He's quick, and he's not afraid of contact.
And both free throws good for Thomas.
And just one of the most entertaining players to watch in the entire NBA. Isaiah Thomas at 5'9", just impossible to defend. Scores from the perimeter, and he gets buckets around the rim.
Back to Robertson. Mills in the corner. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. Parsons' shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 8. Cousins with a screen on Thomas. Now here's Mills. He's covered closely. Griffin got a piece of it. 3-second difference between shot clock and game. Bucks passing it around. Here's Harden. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And Harden is certainly used to finishing through the physical defense, demonstrating just how special a player like he truly is.
Left side, Griffin. It's tipped. And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Our number one concern is transition.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. Now here's Thomas. They've got Jonas Valanciunas. Chandler Parsons out there with Nance. Then it's Harden, and it's Thomas in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Buries the long-range jumper. Parsons got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Bucks.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Here's Cousins. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. And the Trailblazers lead by 6. Pass to Harden. Screen by Valanciunas. Tries from the block. Harden, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Aminu dishes to Robertson. Back to Aminu. And the rejection by Valanciunas. From outside the arc. Harden missing again.
Well, the D was slouching there, and he rose up and confidently hit that shot, just like he did in the first half.
And Robertson kicks to Cousins. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
You got to get the rock to Cousins when he's in the post. A true bruiser who relishes opportunities near the bucket.
Screened by Valanciunas. Harden outside. Off the screen. Bullseye.
Artful use of the screen there. Gains the separation he needs for a good look.
Portland leading by 6. Mills passes to Aminu. Cousins with a screen for Aminu. Over Parsons. Aminu misses.
Something affected him on that shot, and it wasn't the defense.
And Thomas has it in the corner. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Now just a 4-point Portland lead.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Great communication on the alley-oop.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it. The three from Harden. Again, the miss by Harden. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And Cousins kicks to Roberson. Passes it to Griffin. A fader. Rebound, Milwaukee. Nance has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Thomas against Cousins. Thomas kicks to Valanciunas. He dishes it to Parsons. Just 5 on the clock. From deep, Thomas. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
One of the most competitive and courageous players you'll see. Thomas rising to the moment.
Mills dishes to Aminu. Griffin against Nance. Baseline J on the way. That doesn't go either for Griffin. Here's Thomas. It's blocked. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Now here's Mills, guarded by Harden. Inside, here's Griffin. Nance with some nice D. Timeout called, the Bucks. They're down by 3. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, these are some of the toughest decisions. I mean, a good argument can be made for either case.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Valanciunas sets a screen for Harden. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Kevin, and Harden defines the word clutch, and this is clutch city. The number of ways in which he scores in these moments, just incredible.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
It doesn't get much more impactful than that. Only a 3 can tie it.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 3. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, these are some of the toughest decisions. I mean, a good argument can be made for either case.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Now, that's what I call cool under fire. Those should be the nails in the coffin.
So the Trailblazers win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season.
Dr. Sage, man, yeah, money on